Hey guys, how are we doing? It's Martin Cliffe here. I hope you're well. And you may recognise my surroundings. I'm filming this once again from the Grand Coloane here in Macau. It's currently October half term for us here. It is Thursday the 24th of October, which means it's about 2 months until Christmas. So I thought, as this is due to go live end of November, start of December, depending on when I exactly schedule it, it was a convenient time to talk about the upcoming gift-giving season, the Christmas season, holiday season, however you want to call it. So the slightly more long-term viewers of the channel will know that I am very much minimalist or minimal-minded in terms of the way that I approach things, and certainly intentional living is a key part of the way I go about my life. And it's quite difficult as the Christmas time approaches to think about things, because Christmas is very much a time when consumerism really kind of hits 110% for a lot of people. People spend beyond their means, buy ridiculous numbers of gifts, most of which most people don't really want, and then feel slightly awkward about the fact that they've been given and have to show appreciation for. So just a couple of things to think about that might actually help you as you're preparing for this season. First of all, there are a number of things you can give that will benefit people in ways other than just being cluttered with more stuff. So last Christmas, we got my dad a day trip, well, a trip out on a steam train, including afternoon tea and stuff. And it was up in the Lake District. I thought it would be something he'd enjoy. He likes that part of the world. And he loved it, and he was very much more appreciative of that than if I'd have bought him another portable hard drive or another bit of tech or another this, that and the other, because it was an opportunity to go and do something that I knew he enjoyed and was good fun, but at the same time, it wasn't something else to put in a cupboard. So anything like that where you can give experiences, if the person you're buying for likes going for a massage, maybe you can find a place nearby to them which offers gift vouchers that would go towards a massage treatment or a spa treatment or something like that. Or theatre tickets or concert tickets or something that they will appreciate. Even a cinema pass. Some places offer monthly or yearly cinema passes where you can then go cheap or even free to the cinema if you're a film buff. So that's the number one. Now, people talk sometimes about consumable items as being good gifts even for people who are more minimally minded. And there is a certain amount of extent to which that is true. So, for instance, I am not a big cosmetics user at all, but if someone was to buy me a couple of sticks of Man Cave eucalyptus deodorant, then, which I get from Amazon, I would be quite appreciative of that. I get through a stick every 6 to 8 months, so it's definitely something that's good to have a couple of. I don't want 30 of them, but 1 or 2 would be good, because that is something I use. But I don't want anyone to buy me spray deodorant or aftershave or anything like that, because I personally find them irritating. I don't want anything spray based anyway, because of the emissions and stuff they give off. I'm very careful and mindful about what I buy in that kind of context. In the same way, obviously, as a guitar player, as a musician, you might think that I might want guitar strings for Christmas. But you have to be very careful, because many of us are very picky about what we use. So I play the Dario NYXL strings on acoustic, on electric guitar and bass, and nickel bronze on acoustic guitar. And I use fairly specific gauges as well. So if you buy me a 10-pack of Ernie Ball strings, I'm not going to be that appreciative. Nothing wrong with Ernie Ball strings, it's just for me they don't work as well. My sweat causes them to rot fairly quickly, and I don't personally like the feel of them. I've got no problem with other people who do. I've just found what works for me. So you've always got to be careful. If you know a person well enough that you can say exactly this is what they like, what they use, then yes, buy consumables by all means. But beyond that, be very careful, because it might just end up being something that they then have to re-gift to someone else, or it just goes in a cupboard or whatever. So it's tricky. And I think, to an extent, if you're buying something for someone and you don't know them very well, do you really need to buy them something? Or maybe give them something, box of chocolates if they like chocolates, or a nice bottle of wine, or whatever it is, something that is truly consumable, as in you're going to take it inside yourself, because that sort of thing is appreciated by most people. But maybe, for me, the best gift that someone could give me is that they would come and go out for a meal with us or something, spend an evening, have a good time. That kind of presence-based gift rather than present-based gift is really appreciated. We like to spend time and see our friends. I don't need much, if anything, of material goods beyond what I have. In fact, for me personally, I have far, far more than I ever need. So, the last thing I want is to, when we go back to the UK for Christmas, to be coming back with a suitcase full of stuff that someone's given us that you kind of feel you have to take because it's a well-meaning gift, but it's something that realistically will then sit in a drawer for 12 months until we leave Hong Kong, and then will then go to a charity shop or be re-gifted to somebody else or whatever it is. So it's just something to be aware of, to be very careful of when thinking about what gifts to give people. I'm not necessarily just talking about what you give to someone who considers themselves a minimalist, or in my case, perhaps more minimal-ish. There is a distinction there. I am not a minimalist in all facets of my life by any means. It's something I'm striving towards. I appreciate it from an aesthetic point of view. I appreciate it in terms of the number of things that I have. But there are certain things that I still like to have. And yes, I'm trying to reduce the numbers of those gradually, but I'm not going to be going and doing a minimalist style packing party and then getting rid of everything in a month I don't use or anything like that. That isn't an approach that works for me. It's great if it does for other people, but there are certain, I need to have a number of guitars. I don't need to have as many guitars as I have, but I need to have a number of guitars, a number of pedals, a number of amps, a number of keyboards, a drum kit, these kind of things, because of the nature of what I do. So I could never be one of these guys who does 50 things in a backpack and can leave the country at the drop of a hat kind of thing. That isn't a lifestyle that works for me. But this is something to think about, even if you're not buying for someone like me. But realistically, all of us in the Western world certainly have more than we need, and more importantly, have far more than we need of stuff that we don't really want. So try this holiday season, this gift-giving season, to approach it in a way that basically means that we particularly don't buy other people's stuff that they don't want. It's far better to ask someone outright, I would like to buy something, a physical gift for you for Christmas this year. What would you like? And then the conversation could even go further. I am looking to spend £20 or whatever it is. Or even get them a token, a gift voucher or something that they can then use to buy stuff they want. It's like, if someone bought me Amazon tokens or something like that, I buy books. I buy a handful a year, I read them, I then tend to pass them on to charity or to other people. But I do buy books and CDs and Blu-rays to a certain extent. So I could make use of that. But don't just buy me a book that you think I might like, because I have quite particular tastes, and I think many of us do. So, I think if you know someone well enough to know exactly what they want, by all means buy them that physical thing, but make sure it is what they want and that they're not going to end up with 3 of them sat in a cupboard 2 years down the line. Beyond that, try and gift experiences, consumables carefully, or just presents. Go out for a meal with them, go out for a drink with them, something nice. More people, your true friends will value your presence much more than a token gift. Okay guys, I hope everyone is doing well. Have a great Christmas period as we're moving into December, as this is screening. I'm going to be enjoying the rest of my very chilled out stay here in Macau before work starts again next week for the 7-week slog until the Christmas period. But yeah, take care and I'll speak to you soon.